So, when I observe my mind, I see that there are a lot of recurring thought patterns. So, so when I meditate, should I just be aware of it or should I do something about it? So, the reason why I'm asking this question is because the thoughts are recurring, sometimes there is this tendency of getting sucked into those recurring patterns. So that is the reason why there is this desire to get rid of it or to create a distance from it, so that I don't get sucked into those recurring thought patterns or any thought patterns for that sake. But because it is recurring, so I get more affected. So what can I do about it?
Any thought that comes to the mind, it's usually like, if you consider it at the very basic level, it shows more about the present world or the society that you live in, uh, irrespective of where you are geographically. So the thought I'm talking about, like, individually, they they come from the outside world. So if you are in India, the thoughts that come to your mind would be different from another country.
Hmm.
So what he would be or what she would be
Yes.
thinking about. But the thought pattern, the moment you say pattern, so that means something has become repetitive,
Yes.
and this shows more about the thought pattern. Just like how a thought can talk a lot about the society, a thought pattern can talk a lot about you as a person.
Hmm.
Because the moment any thought, out of 100 thoughts, why did these two thoughts become a pattern? Now, this has
Correct.
nothing to do with the society, it's something to
Correct.
do with
Correct.
you. So, the moment a thought becomes a pattern, that means you have got involved with it.
Correct.
Without which it was just a thought, it came and then it
Yes.
went.
Yes.
It was not possessed.
Hmm.
Then, when you possess it, actually, people always say, I'm possessed by thoughts. Like, the viewpoint is as if that
Intrinsically have
uh,
some power or
the
something.
thoughts are possessing you, but it's
Hmm.
always the other way around.
Hmm.
It's you who first begin possessing the thought. Otherwise, the thought also can say, if the thoughts could talk,
Hmm.
dude, I was just passing by. Why
Why
did
did?
you hold me back? And how
Yeah.
do you hold back? By paying attention to it.
Yes.
So the moment you pay attention to it,
Hmm.
it stays back.
Yes.
In another video, we were talking about how it stays back for a certain time. Just like the Instagram algorithm would know which video to show next,
Hmm.
the universe knows which thought to bring you
Hmm.
next.
Hmm.
And then usually that it will be something to do with about the society.
Hmm.
But now it has become a pattern. It's talking more about why is your interest in
Correct.
that.
Correct.
So now you can't free yourself from the thought again without understanding the nature of yourself,
Hmm.
or how you have been, or what you have been doing. You
Hmm.
can't suddenly get rid of thoughts. Like,
Hmm.
that's the very popular question, right?
Yeah.
Like,
How to get
how
rid
to
of
get rid
thoughts?
of thoughts, and
Hmm.
then all the spiritual people will say you should meditate.
Hmm.
Now you can't meditate till you get rid of thoughts.
Hmm.
It's like a hen and egg situation.
Hmm.
Till
Yeah.
you can't get rid of thoughts, you can't meditate,
Hmm.
and then till you can meditate, you can't
Hmm.
get rid of thoughts. No, which one to start first?
Correct. Yeah.
So the primary thing, it starts with neither the meditation nor getting rid of thoughts. The primary thing starts with understanding, why am I paying attention to this thought?
Correct.
What is the predisposition?
Hmm.
Now I showed you one thought. I spoke about business. You didn't show interest. I spoke about spirituality. You didn't show interest. I spoke about fashion industry. Suddenly, you got like, yeah. Like, what about her? Like, yeah, tell me more.
Yeah.
So now these are like thoughts. Now
Correct.
I'm offering you different thoughts.
Correct.
I offered you a business thought,
Correct.
but you weren't interested. Maybe somebody else
Correct.
who has a disposition for money and business, he would have got caught on to that. But you are showing interest in something else.
Something else.
So this is nothing to do with the fashion or business or anything. It shows about your predisposition to be interested in something.
Yeah.
So now these thoughts, which were earlier, it didn't belong to you, now it became yours.
Yeah.
Now it became yours because now you have made it into a pattern. It's like a guest has come to your house, and then you give a slight smile, and maybe you wink at him. Now that gives a message that he should come back tomorrow also.
Yes.
So now you are the one who have given him, you have led him on.
Yeah.
You led him on, and then he is back now tomorrow
Yeah.
saying hi.
You can't complain.
And then you can't say why you came off. Now yesterday, why did you show interest?
Correct.
Now the thoughts work pretty much like men. So you don't show interest, they also stay back. They don't go behind. Now
Correct.
you smile, and then
You can't expect
you
them not to
you
show
can't.
interest.
So you have to then explicitly tell them not interested. Now then you have to do some meditation to get rid of that thought.
Yeah.
So basically the point is, you need to understand these things before trying to get rid of. You can't just meditate and get rid of. How can you meditate without getting rid of? And to get rid of, somebody would say you have to meditate. It's neither. You will have to first understand, why am I interested in this? If it's pain, which is the recurring thoughts, why am I so obsessed with that? Now if you have given off so much of attention for such a long time, suddenly you can't take a U-turn. Now suppose you are going on a highway at high speed at 180 kilometers per hour, then you realize, oh, actually this is the wrong way, I should have gone somewhere else.
Correct.
Now what would you do? Suddenly you take a U-turn, no, you will fall. No matter which top bike you are on, doesn't matter, or even the car, the moment there is a immediate change,
It's bound to crash.
it's bound to crash. So now that is not something anybody would want. Even in life, things should be organic. So when you are in a momentum of thought, and you realize that, oh, no, sometimes something helps you realize that that, oh, no, this is not okay. Like, I've been sad for the last 2-3 years, and something it occurs that this is not okay. But suddenly you can't take off a U-turn. It won't be organic, because you won't be able to properly go on that journey also.
Yes.
Because the whole mechanism of the mind gets disrupted when you take a sudden U-turn.
Okay.
So just slow down, and the way to slow down is to withdraw your energies, to withdraw your attention from the thought. In terms of vehicle, you withdraw your acceleration.
Yes.
You don't first put the brake.
Yes.
You first
you let
withdraw
go
off
of
the acceleration. Then also you don't put off the brake. You allow the vehicle to naturally slow down.
Correct. Then you put
And then at a certain point, when it's almost, even if you don't put the brake, it'll anyways slow down. But still, it's okay to put the brake after you have let go of the acceleration.
Yeah.
So all the meditation techniques, the tools, the processes, the kriyas, whatever you call it, they all act like applying the brake. But if your right foot is still on the acceleration, then you can't
Correct.
expect the kriyas to work, the process to work, because you are still accelerating.
Yes.
And then you want it to stop
Parallelly
also.
applying brakes
So
as
you are dual. You decide first whether you want to go. That's also okay.
Yes.
You go. I've seen many people who are not doing any meditation or technique, but who are just going with their the so-called materialistic life and this thing, but they're very happy. They're very happy because momentum gives you happiness without obstruction. the problem creates when some spiritual guru comes and says of, what are you doing, son? You're wasting your life. Some unnecessary thought. Now you are very happy, you are dancing, and now you're like, what am I wondering? What am I doing with my life?
Correct.
So you get disrupted. I'm not even saying that that person was wrong or something.
Yes.
I'm just saying, understand these things as they are factually first before trying to. I'm just showing you the map
Yeah.
of what is there, why, before judging what is right, what is wrong. Okay, so that's why I always say, if one is under a certain momentum, you should continue. So once he realizes to slow down on that, then the breaks will help. There are techniques, tools, and all will help in that way.
Yeah. So the understanding comes first, and the techniques come much later, is it? Or so I have a question on that. So when you say the understanding of the overall structure of the mind and how things work, so can meditation help in understanding it better, or
Yeah, it is a
are
beginning.
they?
Somewhere you have to begin the journey.
Yes.
So meditation will help you understand why it's not working also.
Ha.
So because even to understand that I'm not able to sit down, you should have sat down or try
Yes.
sitting down. So then we can talk about what is it that is not allowing you to just sit for some time. So we can't talk about it while you're running.
Yes.
So that's why I said your interest or the thing should have been organic. You have withdrawn your acceleration because you do realize that, look, I think I've been going on this route for a long time. I think maybe I should try another route. Then naturally the acceleration will come out.
Yeah.
You can't. I see many people crying, I'm not able to come out of it, and then you want the techniques also to work.
Yeah.
You want one leg on the brake and one on the acceleration,
Accelerator.
and then complaining. If you truly don't want to go in that direction, the leg should have naturally come out. How long will it take? It's not even a fraction of a second. It's almost a parallel actions. You're understanding that you are on the wrong route, and your withdrawal of the leg from the acceleration is not two different events.
Yeah.
If it is two different events, that means something inorganic has entered.
Correct.
That means somebody is trying to pull your leg off from the thing. Some influence of the religion or some influence of some teacher or somebody, but there is force
Correct.
involved. But you actually want to go.
Correct.
That's why your leg is not coming out on.
Correct.
So the moment you understand that these thoughts are not serving my purpose, then the withdrawal of the attention from those thoughts should be
Organic and natural.
it should be like a one event, like it's your understanding. There's no talk also. Oh, yesterday I understood that these thoughts are not serving
Today
me.
I let
Today
go.
no, it's not. It doesn't work like that. It's like drinking the water and quenching the thirst. Both are happening
simultaneously.
together. They are not two things. They are one thing only. Drinking the water and the thirst is getting fulfilled. It's one aspect.
event.
The same way, your realization that you are bounded by thoughts that are not serving you and your withdrawal should ideally be one event.
Yeah.
But because if you are not able to withdraw, it just shows, again, I'm not saying it's bad. It just shows that you still have some investment left in those thoughts.
Correct.
So it's your choice now. Either you take some more time. That's why it's important to see through things, understand things as they are, be aware, become aware of all these things, so that if you see, no, I have something to do with this, because now you are aware, you can see through. The moment you are aware, you see through. If you are dim, you can only see
This
a little bit. If you are aware, you can see through, and then you can say, I still have some investment in this thought patterns. So let me
get done with
it and then give energy to it, so that
Yes.
because thought patterns, how are they strong? Because you have made them strong.
Correct. So the
You
interest
have
is still there.
given the energy so much, and then even if you stop also, sometimes they're still turning, and then it feels like, oh my god, now why are they so powerful? Because you constantly kept giving the attention,
Yes.
and now it has a certain potential energy,
Hmm.
and you can't fight it because
Yeah. Hmm.
you're the one who filled it.
Correct.
It's like
Correct.
you allow the tank to get filled.
Hmm.
You are only allowing the water to go up,
Hmm.
and then you open up, and then the whole water falls on you, and you feel that
Hmm.
I'm under the influence of this. So, but you allowed
Yeah.
the water to accumulate,
Hmm.
to go there.
Yes.
If you want it to happen, let it happen.
Correct.
I'm saying,
Correct.
but it should be a conscious choice,
Huh.
and then if you don't want it, you will be free of the thought
Yeah.
patterns.
Hmm.
Nobody has to ever be free from the thoughts,
Hmm.
because thoughts come and go.
Correct. The
It's the thought
attention.
pattern that
Huh.
one should free oneself.
Hmm.
And how do you free? Not with meditation, but by understanding why am I interested in those thoughts.
Yes.
So the moment you really understand,
Hmm.
then whether you want to pursue
Hmm.
or you want to withdraw is a choice.
Correct.
And if you have withdrawn,
Hmm.
there are processes, techniques to help slow down the thought patterns.
Hmm.
But your withdrawal should have been there.
Correct. Correct.
You can't be cunning,
Yes.
and at one end you are still
Correct.
allowing the thought patterns to continue.
Hmm.
But then you also desperately want
To be free
to be
from
free
that.
of it.
Hmm.
That cannot happen.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Fair enough.